welcome to another edition of Baba TV Every Time Fire. And I have Uncle Butch here, and this is a guidance counselor right here, drug counselor and everything else. And this is the brother from Brownsville, Ocean Hill, Brownsville, J-Mo. And I remember when I first moved back up home here to upstate New York in Syracuse, I saw this brother, and I used to come visit Butch all the time. He's a counselor. Yeah. He been through it. Butch been through a lot. You know what I mean? He made it to become a counselor. And one thing I realized, a lot of brothers that been locked up from New York City for whatever, he can tell the story better than I can. When they get out of jail, tell the story, Butch. They don't go back down. They stay, because a lot of people from the city don't realize that.
Correct. Well, up here in Syracuse, little hick town, they find refuge because they don't have to be who they were in New York City. Because they come to a new place, don't nobody know them. They can be a nerd, they can be this, they can be that. They can be whatever they choose to be to straighten their life out.
Go ahead,
this brother here comes from the parole system. And the day before they came here, they came and had a meeting with all the counselors and the participants of the house and told us that they have a gentleman that's coming that's very mean, nasty, and individual who likes to fight and tear up stuff. They told us if we have any problem with this gentleman, for us not to engage with him. Just call them and they will come and say what? Extract the brother from the program.
Like an animal.
Like an animal. So the brother came to the program and everybody was on their edge, looking and wondering what's wrong with this guy. And there was nothing wrong with him. He was just a brother who was frustrated, who felt like he was mistreated by the system. Yep. He came through our program. He didn't have any problems. Some of the residents of the house was kind of upset. We even had one counselor that walked around with butcher knives in his pants in case he acted up.
But now, what did he do before to get locked up? What type of individual? Go ahead, brother. What kind of individual were you?
Armed robbery, dope dealers, sticking up dope dealers. You name it, man.
Sticking up dope dealers?
I would buy drugs and I would come back. I would buy a kilo, half a kilo, and then when I go about 4, I'd take it.
Now there was one point I think you told me, Butch, he wanted to leave, and what did you want to leave for?
Well, the brother came and he asked me. I was doing my report. He said, "You got a store down the street called Yo Yams." I said, "No, brother, it's No Jams." Correct. He said, "Well, I'm going to the store. I'll be back." I said, "Hold on, you can't leave the property without someone taking you and guiding you to the store." Well, the words were, I can't say on TV, but yes, I'm a grown man.
Right.
I can go do what I can go myself. I said, "No, you can't." So he waited and he says, "What happened?" I said, "I got to walk you to the store. I can go. I'm a grown man."
Right.
I wouldn't let him go to the store.
Correct.
And needless to say, the brother didn't make it out the door. And come to find out, he had about $12,000 in his pocket, and he was leaving. 11,000.
11,000.
And he was leaving. He wasn't going to come back to the program that night. He was going to leave, go to New York City, buy a couple of guns, rob some more dope dealers, and go down south and live.
And I told my mother that plan. What'd she say, Butch?
Your mother said, "That's your plan? Good luck with that."
Now, the moral of the story, since then, Butch, what has he become? This is a success story now.
That's what we want to get to.
That's what we want to get to. Go ahead, Butch.
Him, like me, has become a mentor for other recovering addicts and alcoholics and criminals. He's worked for the rescue mission and other agencies. And
17 years.
17 years he's been clean and not using. And when I say that, I mean he hasn't robbed anybody.
Right.
He hasn't sold drugs or got in trouble with the prison system or the cops in 17 years, all because I wouldn't let him go to Joe Jam.
That's correct. I've also got 2 cars, Cadillac Escalade, and I bought, when not with drug money, keep my credit score at 811.
You keep your credit score at 811?
My credit score was 811. I got 2 houses. One I was turning into a program I'm using for low-income families, and the process of getting another one. I'm saying that to say, forget all the other nonsense what I was in, because I would have been. He always told me, what happened if I let you go to the store that day? We wouldn't be doing the interview. I'd be dead or in jail. I wouldn't be getting to have my mother before she passed away on her deathbed look at me and say, I'm so proud of you, and I'm going to be watching you. Keep doing what you're doing. So the moral of the story is anybody can change. This is a success story. Only by God's grace and mercy and old farts like him and like you, Dave, that have helped me, that have kept me straight. I've been in this town 23 years. I haven't been in prison. I've never been in prison that long. 23 years straight. I haven't toted a gun. I haven't sold a drug. I haven't taken nothing from nobody. I work hard. I get up off my ass. I go to work, man. And this is the thing of it.
And he don't have the hat. He doesn't have the hat on today, but he represents Brownsville. Right. He
and
never forgot where I come. And how often do you go back? Because you love your home. You always talking about.
I go back to them. But a lot of the guys I dealt with are gone, man. So it's the temptation is even. And plus, I'm 57 years old. God willing, I'll be 58. I'm almost 60. So when I go home, I see my man. Hey, what's happening? We getting ready to garage. I'm like, where? Over there. All right, I'll go around the corner. I'll meet you later. I'm gone.
Right.
I'm out of there. So the moral of the story is, man, I like that you do stuff like this, man. So other individuals see, damn, this guy can do it, so can I. Because he could do it. I said, damn, you know what? So can I. That's what we're trying to get. We're trying to create success stories. Father Young said we're trying to create taxpayers, not welfare recipients.
That's right.
He always said that. God bless his soul. He was right. He didn't knock people on welfare. He said, I'm trying to create people that's paying taxes, people that's doing the right thing. And I got with him and Father Young and Phil Stokes, and this is the end result of it.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you both. Peace.
You gotta send me a copy of that too, Dave. I like that. All right. Show my girl.